And so the way I look at it in my own experience is that there are two suns. There's an outer sun, the sun that shines in the world, and there's an inner sun, right? And the outer sun has beams, and it shines upon mostly what we do, all our doings, right? It shines on everything we will never take with us. The inner sun doesn't have beams, it has beings, right? And that's when we shine that radiance, that enlivens us into that shines upon our authentic identity, what we really are. And when we identify with that sun and let that sun shine upon the causal points of our discomforts, it resolves them. Not only does that resolve them, it enlivens that aspect of our awareness which we take with us wherever we go, which is being, right? And that state of being, once we tune into that state of being, we start to identify it, which is invisible. It appears to be invisible, but you can tune into it by feeling it. And you can radiate it by feeling without condition, I'm radiating that being. When I start tuning into that state of being, when I feel it, the thing about it that's really profound is it has no beginning or ending to it. Whereas the doer was born and will die, and all its activities have a beginning and an ending. And it's frightening to be stuck in the paradigm of the doer, because that's mortality consciousness. But the being, not as a being, but as in being, the verb, being has no beginning and no ending. Because when I feel the resonance of my being, I can't feel any beginning and end to it. That's the resonance of the kingdom, and that's always available. The resonance of the boredom is what we're moved into through our emotional signature. But the funny thing is, even though the emotional signature removes us into doing, it is the emotional signature too that is the gift that gives us an opportunity to awaken into being, to enliven our being. Which, in my experience, that's the turning point. That's the tipping point. Once I perceive being without condition and the consequence that through being without condition I always receive what I require, I can just relax. From that moment on now, I can enjoy life, participate in the activity, take care of my responsibility, which is to pay attention to the emotional signature as consistently as I'm able to, and know that everything that I require is going to be provided, and more, in more abundance, until the point that I don't have a prayer, because praying is either what I need and want. The prayer of a doer is, please give this to me because I need and want it, please, right? Mm-hmm. The prayer of someone who's being is, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's nothing else to say. Right?
Mm. So, speak for a minute though, if somebody has a terminal illness like cancer, right, and they...
well, they're blessed because there's nothing they can do about it.
But if they hear that their thoughts created it for them...
No, thoughts don't create. The idea that thought creates is the arrogance of a world in which the mental body sets itself up as God. Thought can't create anything. The resonance of being is the creative aspect. And thought can't even comprehend being, because a thought can't feel. A thought can be felt by the heart. You can feel confusion, but a thought form itself has no feeling component. Mm-hmm. And so it can't even comprehend being. So for a person with terminal cancer, the idea that their thoughts created it is misguided. It's erroneous. A thought didn't create the cancer. The cancer comes out of a felt resonance that has been sedated and controlled out of their emotional awareness, that then arose into a thinking pattern, that then arose into a physical circumstance. And cancer is an interesting one, because the word cancer, is very, because like, can I get any more blood out of you? Yes, you can, sir. Yes, you can, sir. Can I get any more blood out of you? Do more, do more. Yes, you can, sir. Right? That's cancer. And cancer also comes, when someone believes, because what a doer essentially believes is that they're completely alone and functioning independently in this world.
Right.
And when a cell behaves that way, it's called cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A being, or someone in the state of being, knows that everything is working in perfect harmony to bring what's required. Everything is provided, but through the interaction with every aspect of the world. It's all working in harmony. Someone in being can realize that. The best way to discern the difference between a doer and someone who has realized being is the doer is like the young Buddhist monk who goes to the Buddhist temple because he wants to be like Buddha. And so he arrives at the Buddhist temple and he looks at the statue of the Buddha and he says, oh, Buddha's sitting with crossed legs, so I'll sit with crossed legs. Well, that doesn't work. So Buddha's holding some beads. Let me sit with crossed legs and hold some beads. That doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Buddha's wearing orange. Let me wear orange. That doesn't work either. Buddha's got his head shaved. Right. So let me shave my head. That doesn't work out. I know what it is. When Buddha's meditating, he's got that half smile on his face. If I just sit with that half smile on my face, that will work. If I just do that, right? Right. Nothing works. Because Buddha isn't a being who does anything. The statue of Buddha is a representation of being, not a being doing something, of being. Buddha's just being. And then that's what the medicine Buddha is. I'm being, my hands are open, and because I'm being without condition, I always receive what I require. Only when that student gives up all the doings and enters a state of being without condition, okay, I can't figure the Buddha thing out. I might as well just be here at the temple. Because I give up, suddenly the revelation will take place. And that's what the thing is, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Mm-hmm. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, I'm chopping the wood and carrying water. I'm doing those activities as a way to feel better about myself and get appreciation from the world. After enlightenment, I'm participating in those activities purely as a resonance of my being. My awareness while I'm doing it is on my heart, on my emotional signature. How am I feeling? It's not really the activity. I'll still participate in life with all the same activities as everybody else. But my causal point is now no longer the physical or the mental. It's now the felt aspect of my experience. The heart, it's when being is the heart of the matter. So I go to the heart of what. Right. Okay.
It is like we put everything outside here to either know who we are or to regulate ourselves or to make the world better. Right. You're saying I can do it from it.
Well, what I'm saying is that unless I provide myself an opportunity to realize being, the consequence of being, as an experience, I must experientially realize the consequence of being. My mental body, which is running the show, which believes it's God, that's why it says, I think, therefore I am, or thought creates, it's parading as God, and what it's doing is it's sedating and controlling the mental body and then manipulating the mental body to get feelings it wants to get so it can feel better. Unless I demonstrate, and the word demonstrate means to straighten out the demon, unless I straighten out that demon with a discipline of not doing that shows it, without a doubt, that I'm able to bring to me what I require without all these insane doings, that's what I require, is to give myself the experiential evidence. Unless I give it, the mental body will keep running the show.